Salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Would you conduct the meeting just for
a minute
to elect the chairman?
Would I conduct the meeting?
Yep.
I guess, what do you want me to do?
Take nomination for chairman.
Take nominations for chairman?
Nominate Gary.
Second it.
Okay.
Approved?
Yeah.
Passes?
Okay. Take nominations for vice chairman. I'm nominate Mark.
Second it.
I will appoint another secretary treasurer.
Second.
So that means I can record everything now, right?
Yep. You got your list there, Mark?
No.
Or the reorganization meeting there somewhere.
No. Yep, right here.
Okay. Road foreman.
Nominate. I would appoint Brett.
I'll second it. Assistant.
Yeah.
Kale. Or Cam. Nick is the chair. Kale said he'd do it. You council. Still
Arnie.
I guess. Kale said he'd still do EMC.
Okay.
Local directors offer Sarah's Eleanor.
And then Michelle for the
Michelle the tax collector.
tax specific ones.
Assessment construction permit officer is Eleanor. Flood plan administrator.
Still code inspection.
That's code inspections, yeah. Rest bag cog delegate. Guess I can still do it for now. Mark's the friar. Committee. Tax collection delegate is Mark.
Mark Genome.
Yeah.
He asked me about it. I told him he didn't have to worry, he still had a job.
They sent a resolution for that.
We have to sign that, do we?
I have to just attest to it. So we have Mark as the primary voting delegate. I'm first alternate.
Okay.
Like last year. Should we designate a second alternate? Who would be second alternate?
Well, I guess probably I could do it. If I never happened. PSAS conference, I guess nobody's going to that. Yeah, make a motion to approve all the appointments.
Second.
And I agree.
Molly Drake, what is it now?
IRS is 70
even?
70 cents per mile. So, tax mill thing, before we go any further on that one.
Okay.
We're still at 7.5, correct?
Yeah.
2% discount and 10% penalty.
Right.
Okay.
And the meeting dates are all listed there. Yes, sir.
So,
September's like it's Tuesday. We're okay for July 4th? I guess so, aren't we?
most of them are
July
the,
7th.
yeah, so most of them the first Monday of the month. So we have today, then we have February, March, April, for most of the material bids, and then April 14th is the second Monday for the hauling.
Okay.
And anything else that missing. May 5th, June, July 7th is, there's a reason. Is the first Monday, because July 4th is Friday. August 4th, September 2nd is the Tuesday instead of the Monday. And then October 13th is the second Monday, because, talk about, because I'm not gonna be here the first Monday.
Okay.
November 10th,
Election
is
day.
the second, which I just threw that in there. I mean, we can have it the second Monday or we can have it Thursday, whatever we decide.
Okay.
Then, December 1st. And then we can always have the end of the year. And then reorganization for 2026 is already set.
Okay.
January 5th. So are they good?
Yep.
Yeah.
So the Monday, the second Monday for November is good?
Yeah. Okay, pay reimbursements. Still $50.
Yes, because the increase would not start for, the newly elected until next, and we'd have to do that with ordinance, which I did not bring or change or do anything.
Well, we do that later, we've got time.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
And this host company, 15 meeting, COG 20. But we did the tax collection.
we don't usually pay Mark to do anything because he doesn't submit anything.
Rate for additional meetings. Same, it's 50.
Right.
So a lot of rate for additional township business.
Right.
Lowest one rate,
These are the current rates that we have now.
23.
We did not talk about raises or anything. So the rates that are now is the same rates that Bob and Kale were getting in 2023. So with raises, I mean, 3% raise is 75 cents.
I thought at one point we said something about 26 for Brett. And then Cam's, 3 months, you gotta wait, his.
Is the 23rd of this month.
Right, so then his was gonna go up, but did we tell him how much? I can't remember.
We did not discuss
No, we didn't
anything.
discuss it.
Okay.
But, I mean, typically, the most that we did for the guys previous was $1, but typically it was only usually 50 cents.
So you say Brett at 26 and
I would say 25.50. And then Cam would go up to 23.50.
That's what we've done before.
I can't remember
Yeah.
exact.
Typically the raises were just at 50 cents at increments at a time.
Is that 3% or what's that figure out to?
3% is 75 cents. But then you time it for the overtime rate and then it's like 38.80. Yeah. 3% is 75 cents, so that would, so the overtime rate would be $38.62, so that makes the math weird for me. But if you do 50 cents, then the overtime rate comes to $38.25, which I like that math.
So you're saying Brett's 25.50 and And Cam will be 23.50 when
Yes.
3 months is up.
Yes. And overtime would be 38.25 and Cam would be 35.25.
You get the holidays the same, but it had 6 days.
Yeah.
Personal. Okay.
So back up 50 cents for the raise.
Yeah. That's easy to keep track of, probably.
I like, and that's setting the same as previous.
I know they're doing a good job. I've had nothing but compliments.
Yeah.
So next pay, Brett's would change and then Cam's would change on the 23rd when, for his start. I mean, his hire date was October 7th, but then his start date was the 23rd. So technically his 90 days would be the 23rd. So yes, the compensation and all of that is relatively the same. The vacation, they each get a week's vacation, because that is what they were promised at hire, that's January 1st hire, and then it's still the same after 3 weeks or 3 years, 2 years, 3 weeks after. 2 weeks of vacation after 2 years of employment? Or is that 3 years of employment? How did that work out before?
2 weeks after 2 years, isn't it?
I don't think I changed that, so that's probably the same. And then 3 weeks after 5 years.
Yeah.
And then they topped out at that.
Yeah.
So that stayed the same. The only thing that we took out is because it's now part of the new insurance is vision is now included with the new insurance plan. So there's no $250 for eye exam or reimbursement or anything. They actually have Davis Eye to go along with their compensation for the insurance.
Do you know which eye doctor takes that insurance? Like the lump town or Sealy and Troy or?
Sealy and Troy, Price up for Island and Wingsport.
That's where Troy takes it.
Yes.
That's close.
Yes.
Yeah, she takes mine. Well, mine's Markville. Blue Cross Blue Shield, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just call and ask them. It's Davis Eye. Davis Vision. And then the holidays are the same. Did you contact Kim?
Yep.
She'll
Yep.
same rates,
She
everything?
was thinking about rate. I just asked her if she'd do it.
Okay.
We gave her a raise last year, did we, or not?
It's been the same ever since. We did $12 an hour because that's what, when she worked on the road with, workman's compensation and everything and taxes taken out, but when she does the Minnequaw Springs, it's like she's an independent contractor.
Okay.
And the $10 an hour for the
Extra, huh?
extra weed eating and trimming and all of that is what it's been set,
I know she does a good job. Always looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's down there.
right? The only thing that I'm going to request is that she puts it in more often than what she does.
Maybe she put it in like 3 times a year.
I would say every month
Every
or
month.
instead of, she would do it right before they went for vacation and then at the end of the year,
Mhm.
which is a little bit much. And I know why she does it, because that was their vacation fund, or that
Yeah.
was the money that they used to go on vacation. And I had requested that before, but
Okay.
banks stayed the same.
Yeah. The depository could be the same.
I'm not sure if one of the CDs comes due, but I think if one of the CDs comes due, rate shop, right?
What about part-time help?
Sorry?
The part-time help? Are we gonna do anything with that? We gotta hire somebody to run the roller, you ain't gonna find anybody to do it for $12 an hour.
I don't think we need anybody on the roller.
Think so?
I think Brett and Cam can work it together.
Try.
Okay, we'll just,
If we get behind them, we have to do something different then, but we'll try to. It doesn't be easier than it was when we last summer.
well, yeah, by yourself, right?
It's a lot easier than that.
We'll see how it works and.
Try it and see what happens. I mean, I think it'll be okay because, you know, both of us can do everything. Except, I mean, I've had him in a grader a couple of times, but he's not ready to do that yet. I still learn on that every day, but as far as the roller and stone raking and dump trucks and, I mean, each of us can do, it doesn't matter, we can just do it. So hopefully it'll just, he can go first with the desk and I can do the grader and then he can stone rake and I can start rolling and we'll see. Hopefully we can keep up and be okay that way. Can't make no promises yet.
Remember old John Lowry going behind the stone rake and kicking the stones out of the road? Didn't even roll it then.
Right. Yeah, for years, nobody had a roller.
How much for the cinders going forward? It was $50 last year.
It's 50 last year.
Mhm.
How much would we pay for them this year?
They were 47, 49 something.
We'll leave the same, 50.
Yeah.
So still 50.
Anybody still get them?
I have a list.
Victor?
Victor and John Brown got a roller this time. Cause that school bus got stuck in ditch up there. And I asked him, I told him, I said, why don't you send it? Oh, cause he forgot to order any. So they were down, when was it, maybe Saturday morning, dates on it, was a Saturday morning. They come and got a load of cinders to do the trailer court driveway, but that's the first one that I know that they got of. Richard's got 3 or 4 loads total for the winter. And I guess John usually buys a load himself that he can order any, so I don't know. It's a wonder they didn't get stuck again today up there.
Yeah.
It was pretty icy.
Well, we're supposed to get any snow.
Right.
It's gonna take a while to get the money. So, it was almost $50 a load or a ton this past contract. So you want $50 a bucket going forward, or do you want 60?
I think we should do more $50.
How much is the bucket? How much is in the bucket? Must be more than a ton.
There's more than a ton in there. I'm gonna say, when they're dry, about 4,000, and when they're wet, just about close to 5,000. So, a bucket, for sure, they're getting 1.5 tons regardless, just scooping and get a load of it.
So 75, you think?
I think so.
And the rest of the whatevers are
Yeah,
good.
they're okay.
And rental rates are,
Permits are still the same.
yes,
Equipment rental must be. We don't have a 6-wheel dump truck anymore. Well, we do the little one. Pickup. Well, that's the pickup too.
and no 6-wheeler anymore.
Not
Right.
really.
That was a Volvo too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I make the motion to pay the bills and receive them.
Well, I'll second.
And that completes the reorganization.
I think so. Yes, we are organized.
Now the regular meeting comes to order. Okay, we need a motion to approve the minutes. Need to get that bill of sale there. That plow. That's what I gave you.
Oh, I saw,
My insurance receipt and that thing from.
okay. Creative Writing 101, good? Did you read the December minutes?
You know, make a motion.
Make a motion.
I'll second it. Okay, so what's the, say you got some bids?
There was 4 bids. The final bid was $1,250, so the reserve of $5,000 was not met.
What do we do, extend it?
Yeah, I would say.
Wait a little bit. You don't know who that was from?
No, municipal bid does not
Okay.
let me know who it is. So you said that cut New Township that,
Yeah, he hasn't been back then, so I haven't seen. Yeah, he said he knew somebody was maybe interested in looking for plow,
okay,
but he hasn't been back. But I wonder, after we talked about that, I wonder if he knew somebody that may be interested, because Springfield wanted a new plow. Maybe he didn't even know what was going, you know what I mean?
okay.
So if he stops back again, I'll ask him.
Well, I mean, we can do municipality to municipality without advertising.
Yeah,
And so what we can do,
just wait a bit on the bid, another bid process.
well, I mean, municipal recommends doing it for like only 20 days, so it's not hanging out there too long. So he likes you better than me. So if you want to reach out to him tomorrow,
And see what I can find out.
see what you can find out,
Okay.
then, cause we can start it, let me know and see if he can, I mean, and what the lowest it will take for it is 5, since that's
Yeah.
reserved for.
I suppose we could lower a little bit.
It sounds like you may have to.
Yeah, maybe.
It's gonna set out there. Or just wait till next fall. Maybe nobody wants to buy a plow right now. Everybody's set for winter.
Might be. If it keeps on snowing, they might need to buy a plow, cause they
Yeah.
have to tore apart too.
So, I mean, we, so what do we wanna do? That if we, if you reach out to him, see if the municipality wants to buy it for $5,000 and we can go ahead and let it go. If not, then re-advertise for,
Later, maybe. Give it a little break. Maybe somebody will break one needing a plow.
You know,
well, there was a snag that, there was a question that they wanted to have, pictures of the hitch and for the hookups, and, I did not get the question until New Year's Day. It was like late, the question was like a late Saturday, and I did not look at it or get the email that, they had the question until New Year's Day. I went to upload the pictures New Year's Day, and it would not let me upload it, so I had to wait and contact Municipal, and they did not do it until, Saturday morning.
Hmm.
So, I mean, that delayed it a little bit with the computer glitch. Because the email said that it was not even come through to me until New Year's Day. And when I responded, uploaded the pictures, it said that the pictures was uploaded on December 26th, when I took the pictures New Year's Day. So you tell me.
you know.
And when I contacted Municipal about the, yes, we're aware of the problem. Okay, we'll fix it. So if the municipality doesn't want it, then we're not gonna advertise it right now.
Yeah. We could wait a little bit on it.
Revisit it at February meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a comment. You have something for us, do you? You're on.
Okay. I just wanted to explain what I've been doing behind your property for the last month. I don't know if any of you guys stuck your head out the door and heard
He was up there a few
the
times.
backup alarm all day long. But I I rented a John Deere mini excavator, and a second, there we go. And fortunately, the day we took it off the flatbed here, you were here, because I knew nothing. I'd never operated one before, and you just guided me down. You warned me that before it was over, I'd need a couple changes of underwear, and that's exactly what happened. Right, let's see here. I tipped over right there. That was on day 6. Day 7, I had to spend the whole day with come-alongs and winches trying to pull it back up. But what I am doing up there is I'm putting in hiking trails. And just a second. Yeah, like this right here. That's what it looks like right now up there. I had a couple guys from Cuz help me, Justin Walker and Noah Carpenter. It's very hilly. I mean, you can't appreciate the hill here, but this was a cut that Justin did, and even he was pretty nervous about putting that in. But it looks nice, and there's over a mile worth of trail.
Whose land's it on?
This is Scoutland.
Scoutland?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. In fact,
You can sit in this chair if you want. It'll be easier for you.
yeah. This is the boundary of Scoutland. This is your township building right here, that little blue dot, and then this is the gas line right away, and then it's 24 acres. And back in '58, it was deeded by Dwayne Shoemaker to the youth of Canton and vicinity. That's actually what the deed. And I've got a copy of the deed here. So in the '60s, when I was in Boy Scouts, we used to camp up there, and then in the '70s, the Scouts kind of fell upon hard times. And in the end, the land was just basically abandoned. I mean, it was never officially abandoned, but it just grew up nothing but that multiform thorn bushes and blowdowns everywhere. And I guess it was about 7 or 8 years ago, we had a public meeting up at the bank, and Sherry Shoemaker was there, and we kicked some ideas around about what to do with Scoutland. Well, nothing ever got done. And finally, in October, the end of October, I just decided, I'm going to rent this mini excavator and put in the trails myself. And so, so that's what we did, or that's what I did. And so my question to you is right here. Okay, so here's your. Anyways, right. Yeah, here we go. So here's your township building, and what I'm hoping is that you know where the cemetery is up there that the guy did for Scouts. It's beautiful, nice little grassy road going up.
Yeah.
What I'm hoping is if you guys could clear up the rest of this to kind of make it so that it would be accessible to people that would want to walk and be able to, maybe park their car there. What I did up at the very top, right here, is this is the boundary of Scoutland right here. The gas line's right over here. The cemetery's like right over here. So I cleaned up all that. I mean, it was, again, the thorn bushes and everything. And there's a pile of stuff right there. What I'm hoping is that you guys could kind of continue that work and just kind of brush hog it. And if you have, because I think at one time it almost looked like there might have been a little gravel hit up there, kind
A
of.
little flat spot out there on
Yeah.
by the cemetery.
Yeah, well,
I used to mow that with a lawnmower.
yeah. And so, I mean, my hope is that you could just kind of just clean up that from where I ended up, just kind of clean it all the way off. And if you have like grass seed or something, because otherwise this is just going to grow up. If the grass could be like what it is around the cemetery and the road going up, I don't know how you did that, but
For me.
okay, because I'm told that otherwise what's going to happen here is just goldenrod's going to come up and then eventually the brush is going to take over again. But there's right here. Okay, so this is the area that I cleared. There's a entryway to the trail right here at the top. It kind of switchbacks up and over, and then the other entry is going up the gas line. And I'm working on getting permission from Janet Wahlberg. Actually, Lee Preston is the owner of the land now, the three boys, to get because my plan is to put a bridge over the creek at the elementary school where there's an outdoor classroom there. Yeah, there's and so it'll have it'll go up the hill and come into Scoutland from the west end, and I've talked to the principal, high school principal, and the high school cross country guy about the cross country team being able to use it, and I'm planning to talk to the football coach, but the idea is to just have a place that the school could use for athletic events, and the public could people are going to have to be motivated to use it because it's steep going up there. I mean, it's not going to be like walking around the track. I mean, it's but it's beautiful. There's 3 levels. There's kind of like 3 plateaus, and you have beautiful views into the valley, looking down into the valley. So anyways, that's basically it, is just hoping that, someday if you have spare time or something, I don't know if you do, but, and I'd certainly be willing to help you, but, just brush hog it and clean it up so that it's more inviting.
I guess Brett needs to go up and look at it. Really see what there's to do. See what it does.
Yeah.
Have to be all scraped back and hydro seeded, right?
Wouldn't hurt, yeah, it should be seeded. And I think probably Doug wouldn't care if I'm mowing it, because it would be probably take 15-20 minutes to mow it that.
Okay.
Right, it won't take.
Because he already mows the cemetery.
Right.
Are there a bunch of stumps up there that have to be taken out, or can it?
No, I mean, there's blowdowns, no stumps.
But where you cleared off already, you got the stumps and stuff out of there pretty well?
Yeah, but it's smooth as a golf course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to take a look at
Walk
it.
over,
Maybe
check it out,
when you get time.
see what it is. And what, like the brush and stuff he's got a pile, we can't burn that no more, can we? We gotta do something with it.
What about the
What about the head on the excavator, just chop it up into mulch?
excavator?
Just take X variance, use that
Well,
really good.
Be a good place to practice.
Chop it up.
A good place to practice, where nobody can see us and laugh at us.
well, I mean, you can laugh at each other.
Yeah. No, that's.
So are you done digging up there?
Until next spring, I mean, the trails are in now. It's probably gonna require some touch up and, but yeah, I mean, I invite you guys to go up there and take a look. I'm really happy with what we were able to do in a month's time. And, there's wet spots up there. I mean, you know, that's something that I gotta deal with. Maybe haul some stones up in there or somehow. And eventually I'd like to even put just a little sign right up there at the tree, at the boundary, you know, kind of outlining it, what the rules are, you know, just, you know, no motorized vehicles, you know, it's intended for walking, you know, travel at your own risk and all that kind of stuff to get, you know, the insurance people off your back. And
So who actually owns the land?
well, I think the way that, you know, I think from the standpoint of the gas companies, when they were trying to track down, you know, lease royalties and stuff, they tracked it back to the shoemakers. But as far as the county is concerned, it's still considered, you know, it's actually called the Marshall Hoffa trustee, because he was the last one of the three living. It was Bill Looney and Jerome Young and Marshall Hoffa. And so, and I've talked to Jerry Brand about, you know, the legal side of it, and he told me to go ahead. He felt that it was good. And probably, I'll probably end up just forming some kind of a nonprofit group so that we can get a bunch of volunteers to help maintain this thing over time, so that it's not just a one-off kind of a thing. So, but, you know, it's, you know, for decades, you know, people in Canton, the kids in Canton kind of considered it theirs, and then everybody's kind of forgotten about it. So I kind of wanted to just revive it. And
I think Porter Stacy up there. My son.
what's that?
My son borders you, I think.
Yeah, Stacy. Yeah. In fact, I talked to him about using his wooden bridge. He's got Dave Ward built it.
Yeah.
That's at the end of the athletic field.
Yeah.
But it's in disrepair, and it's hard. It's challenging to get from there over to Scoutland without kind of walking along his cow fence, and I'd rather just kind of keep people away from that. So, so for right now, I'm working on the idea of going up through what used to be Driscoll's property there at the west end, and just bearing the expense of putting in another bridge that's a little safer than the wooden bridge, and tying it right into the outdoor classroom that the elementary school has, so that, you know, it kind of killing two birds with one stone. That, you know, if they use the classroom, they could, it could even be considered a nature trail for that matter. So.
Well, we'll have to look at it sometime.
Okay. We'll check it out. Okay. What's next? Tax collector report, she didn't bring them, did she?
Nope.
Okay, there's a bounce of all the counts there. Road foreman report.
Send a lot of plowing and cindering, done maintenance on the loader and the backhoe. Still gotta change engine oil, but we got them greased and whatnot. Put new springs in my dump truck last week, 2 front springs.
What?
new front springs.
Oh,
We put them in, I guess it was, I don't remember, either Friday or Monday or sometime, you know, I had one, must be I hit a hole somewhere or something, took the arch out of the spring, it was leaning right over and broke the spring on the driver's side, so I had Point Spring and Troy get the springs and we put them in. And then had Watson's, the depth heater messed up on mine, it went runway 35 mile an hour, had to have a new heater. And I could have put the heater in, but I don't have a computer to hook to these trucks to reprogram it, so Watson's had to come down and do that. So now they seem to be working good again. Everything does.
is that it?
I guess so. I can't think of anything else.
Old business?
Well, we still, need to look at the ordinances, and I would like to send letters about cleaning up around Randy Baker's and, Richter's,
Yeah, he's got a bunch down there.
to see if we can get those under control.
When is Randy Baker?
Down
Next
back
to
at
John.
John's Hydraulics, a bunch of cars down in there.
He's got that stuff behind.
Is Rudy around?
I saw him, I didn't see him talk to him. Somewheres,
I haven't seen him for a
other
while.
than last week.
Who?
Rudy was there.
Oh, really?
I don't know where I saw him. He was talking to somebody. I was gonna go talk to him by the time I got out there.
I haven't seen it in a long while either.
So can we have Caldwell send them letters?
Yeah, good luck.
Ask him what they're gonna do with their cars. Huh?
Well, something needs to be done, especially with them being around, Pizzaries and Richter's being for the creek.
What was I gonna say? I don't know.
You're getting old, Mark.
And the junkyard ordinance does have to be revised
Yeah,
at some
yeah.
point. $200 is not gonna cut it for renewal fee.
Well, I gotta see. Maybe I'll tell Arnie come to me and talk to him about it. See what we get figured out on it. So did you get the, American Care Act money figured out?
Yes, they had a couple rounds of webinars, and I got to sneak in some time and take them.
Okay.
Since we talked about, they're confusing as all get out. Since we talked about using that money when we were rebuilding, that was what we obligated the funds to. So it's in minutes somewhere, so that's all we needed to do. What? But there's nothing on the report. Yeah, so I couldn't, I did the reports the way that I was supposed to, and then I went back in and apparently I edited the wrong one, and then I'm like, I edited the wrong report, so please fix it, and I'm still waiting for it. Not having a good time. So,
Well, we don't have any update on the heating system even here.
No,
did we
No, I haven't heard a thing from him. I will say, it's better.
work it better?
Better than it was. I mean, these cold days, you can stand in there with your coat off. It's a lot better than it was, and the snow will melt off the trucks overnight now. So it's definitely better, but it never shuts off. I can just imagine what the gas bill's gonna be, because the boiler, it runs constantly. All
What
the
has the
time.
gas bill been?
Well, I put so much money towards it that it is still zero, so a new one's coming.
So they don't come talk and tell us nothing, but when they was here, it definitely helped it.
Okay, new business and fire contract.
Yes, we got it in August, but we didn't sign it, so we have to sign it and send it back to them.
I thought we signed it.
No, he handed me the folder.
They never said a word about it. They said you've been paying it.
I paid the whole for 2024, but I had made 25s because
It's funny, they never said anything, but
because it's not due until March. And you just gave me the information on the last meeting that you had, and I think I got the numbers from when I talked to Ray.
well, I can give this to you. They gave these out, we met in October.
Well, they signed it in August, according to this.
And you gotta have a salt contract by 15th of March for next year.
Yes, how much are you thinking that we are going to need?
I don't know how much the snow is.
Do they bring it in a tractor trailer?
One's for the tractor trailer, one's for the dump truck.
Cause I saw them out here trying to unload it with a tractor trailer. The salt shed's not that big.
It's kind of a pain, I just haven't get as close to it, peak head and dump it, and then I pushed it in with the track so they can back right in there and dump it pretty much, cause it runs like water, it's easy to dump. But I don't know how much we're gonna, it just depends. We had 2 loads in the beginning of this year, right? When we first got it, we got 2 loads to fill the barn.
Well, you use it all summer, cause I
Right.
mean,
Then I had two loads that I've used already, just had to order up to 5 loads. And it just, you know, in the summertime, I think that I used roughly a load and a half that had a little bit left in here to spread on the road after we graded them. And that shouldn't change a whole lot. I don't know how much you're gonna need the rest of at least a couple more loads after this. We're only in January, and it gets that much snow every day. So I'm not sure how much tons or whatever it
Do I
is.
need to sign checks?
they're right there.
You want them?
Yeah. Which line? There's only 2 lines on them. You just sign underneath, maybe?
You can sign on the second line, I'll sign it. So they come in 25 tons at a time, so, times 6 is 175, so it's either 200 or 250. I think we did 250
We'll do it last year, 250.
250.
Nice.
I would say 250 again. Hopefully we don't need that much.
Well, we don't have to
Well,
go,
we have to take 60%.
we can wait till next meeting, may have more of an idea.
Right,
15th of March isn't here yet,
right,
I mean, less than 2.5 months yet.
right. Yeah, so maybe by then things will change, will be, and after that should only be a month of winter left.
Did you give me December's invoice, Mark? I can't find it. You have it in your,
Oh, I'll look here.
did you send the check?
Yep.
Because it wasn't cash.
I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
What? Yeah, I usually do it with like right after the day after I get it, so I know it. And I usually get it around the 18th of the month. I would have heard by now, wouldn't you think, if they didn't have it?
So,
Is that all you got then?
well,
You got anything else in correspondence?
there's bidding limits for you, Brett. They have the bidding limits that we have to bid out over 23.
Who's subdivision?
Yes, there's one subdivision. Dad and Sheila. And they also have a
Well, they
non-business.
subdivided.
Farmhouse, I think, or maybe the Woods property up there, maybe.
Let's say you tore that Woods house down.
Yeah, it was in bad shape.
Who owns it?
Thad bought that.
He bought the Woods place?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Tracy and her husband are living in Colonel's house over there, the brick house.
Oh, nobody's in the main house anymore?
Not right now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We got a good deal on it. But the house was, I went in the house. I saw him at the hardware. He said, stop and look at it and see what you think. If he was 30 years old and wanted something to do, we could fix it up, but it's in bad shape.
So this is the,
I wanna say it's where they tore the house.
where the house was, right there. That's the Gann Road.
No, that's probably the brick house.
Oh, could be. Okay, yeah, I guess it is.
That's all I got.
So is the main house across the road, is that still under the farm?
Well, I don't know, because when I talked to them, they said they were doing a deed swap, whatever. I didn't ask them any other questions, just, because Tracy and her husband are gonna own
On the brick one?
yeah. But the other night when we had all that high wind, the electric pole blew over with the transformer on it, there by this brick house.
Oh, it did?
Steve said he went out and looked at it, and he couldn't believe how rotted it was. He couldn't believe it didn't blow over before. We were supposed to have a power outage a couple times. They said they were gonna turn the power
Did that
off.
ever happen?
No. And how many checks do you need? All these signed?
I have one left. I wouldn't have any if they didn't come in today.
Give me what you got done, Mark, and I'll start on.
Good?
Anybody else have anything else?
What kind of boiler do you have to heat your garage?
Fuel oil. just an 80-gallon hot water heater.
Really?
Just an oil fired hot water heater.
Kevin Stephanie said that's how he heats his garage with a water heater.
It works good.
It's oil fired water heater.
Yep. It runs about 20 minutes an hour. When it's weather like this. And it stays like 75 in the garage. Warmer in my garage is the house.
I was thinking about doing something different in my bus garage.
Yeah.
I don't have anything in the floor. Thought about outdoor burner.
I think the hot water heater, when fuel oil is a realistic price, is the best way to go. Because you don't lose,
Gary,
they're pretty much
Are we
efficient, you know what I mean, you don't lose anything, the water stays in the tank.
Means adjourned, starts.